All right, hello. Welcome to Otis Frampton Live, and today we're going to be doing another episode of the Procreate Dreams demo that I've been working on. All right, 1 second here. There we go. So far we've done background, character, lighting, special effects. You know, I should just go back and look real quick. Let me grab my file. Where is it? Yes. All right. So yeah, animation or background, character, weather, and lighting and visual effects animation. I've gone in and completed some things in between shows. Not everything's done yet. I still need to add that. I want to put a bobblehead doll on the dashboard, sort of the Hula girl bobbling. Haven't finished that yet, but that's okay. It's more character animation. Today we're doing camera effects, and I actually wanted to start by seeing if I could add something. But first thing I'm going to do is play what I have so far. Let's see if the volume should be okay. Not blast your ears out too much. Just going to let the whole sequence play and explain that I had to fix a couple things that I did wrong in a previous episode. So here we go. Oops. There we go. Alright, so that's it. We got a guy listening to some tunes. I'll turn the audio off. And, rocking out. As you can see, I finished adding in the wiper. I was going to animate the actual wiping, but it goes so fast that you couldn't see it move. You couldn't see the wet part of the screen actually converge, so I just left it there. I might actually go back and change the timing of the wiper to match the beat of the song, because it's a little distracting that it's not on beat to me for some reason. But I also did I? Ooh, looks like the water streaks run out a little bit too soon. I gotta fix that. I'll add a couple more. But you can see I added the water streaks in. I added the rain hits. A very simple animation. Just it's 2 images across 4 frames each, and all the lighting has been put in too with the car flybys. Oh, so the thing that I got wrong. Oh, and let me just say one thing. I say this every time though. I'll be watching the chat, but I would ask that if you have any questions about what I'm doing, save it to the end where I can show you what's going on and answer the questions. But I want to kind of get through this. All right. So if you notice here, I got the reflection going across his visor. Originally, I had that outside of the main interior group, along with the lighting, and I had a clipping mask applied. Well, the problem with that is, yes, it clipped to the entire group below it, but it didn't move with the head. I should have known what I was doing. I didn't go deep enough. So I had to go in to the dude. Pause this. His head group, and actually redo the passes on the visor. You can see him here. There's another one. There's another one, and it ended up just being. I can show you real quick. Come on. Why is this not working? Come on. Well, that's weird. Why is this not working? Very strange. Why can't I edit that? Is it because it's clipped? That's really strange. really weird. I don't know why I can't edit that. I'll be honest, some of the things that I've been trying to do here to show you how to work in this have been frustrating me because it feels like I can't do what I need to do. Oh, that's why. I wasn't on the individual frames. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Procreate. I was blaming you for my own faults. So you can see that it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just a five frame sequence, just going across, and you can roll it back and forth using this feature. It's kind of cool. Oops. Go back down there, and then I have an opacity. I have opacity keyframes. It goes a little bit more opaque as time goes by, and I have a slight blur on it, so you can see it play there. It's really quick. Doesn't need to be fast, but it's effective. All right, fix that. Sorry about that. I was impugning Procreate when it was really just me. Oh, what just happened there? That's weird. Okay. Turn that music off. Make sure that I didn't screw anything up. All right. It's touchy. One of the things that I find myself having problems with is at a certain point it becomes so intuitive and you start working really fast. And one thing I like about Procreate is it moves at the speed of my mind because I'm constantly moving, as opposed to like Photoshop where you're always going for tools and you're tapping on menus. Procreate, because it's a touch-based app, you can work really fast. The problem in Procreate Dreams is sometimes I'm working faster than I'm thinking, or I'm touching something that I shouldn't, and it can be frustrating. It's not the app, it's me. All right, so today I was going to tell you about camera movement, but I want to do one more thing before that. We're going to go in here. We're going to go in here. Let's see if I can do this. Turn on drawing mode. I'm going to choose sort of a dark purple, and let's get on the timeline here, and let's just paint across there like that. I know this looks like a mess right now, but it'll make sense. I'm going to do it in between the two headlights, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set the blend mode to multiply. There we go. That darkens it a bit. I'm going to give it an opacity filter. Put the opacity down. I'm going to clip it to the group below, which is the entire interior group. Get rid of that. There. Now you can see it only affects the interior, and it's sort of just, I want it to look like kind of vague shadows. And we're going to do this. Across this amount of time or so, we're going to add a move and scale. And we're just going to go over here and then go over here. And let's see how that plays out. It's too dark, so let's make it a little bit more. Yeah, it's still too dark. I want it to be subtle. I want it to like a shadow moving across. There, that's better. And now you can see it in between. Yeah, I think it's even doing too dark there. I just want to give more sense of things moving in the world. So let's let that play. Yeah, that works. Bring it up to 11. Yep, that works. And I'm going to actually add little shadows like that in between the headlights. It should give a more sense of flow and movement. Just want to show that that was something I was thinking of and was going to add into it. I'll turn that off for now because we're gonna jump into what I wanted to show today. I'm going to leave the music off, which is we're going to talk about camera movement. Now, I work sort of iteratively. Is that a word? When it comes to animation, and sometimes I will compile everything and render it out and then create a new file and start from there for certain things. I've done that over the course of this demo. I have my prep file where I tested out some of my ideas. I had the main background file. Here you can see that I created the background all on its own. But I did have this in there to give a sense of what was going to be in front of it. But then I rendered out the background elements all on its own, so that if I want to change the background, I'm not having to dig through all the layers to get to it in the main comp, which is I wanted the main comp to be about like character animation. So I got the background. Here's the main comp. Now I'm going to render out the main comp. Let's see. I'm going to long hold on this, and let's see. Let me make sure that the audio is off. Audio is off. Okay, yeah. Hit long hold on this. I'm going to share it. Excuse me. Render out video. My cat's rebelling. I think he's trying to get in here. He does not like closed doors. Hey, Jack, it's not your turn. I'll pay attention to you later. All right, then I'm going to save this to my iPad. Now I'm going to actually long hold on this again. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to rename it Final, because this will be the last thing we do with this thing. And I'm gonna wait, let's make sure that okay. Let's make sure I'm not killing my over here. I'm gonna delete these tracks. Keep the audio track in there. Then I'm gonna add a track. Then I'm gonna throw that video that I just rendered out onto, oh, you know what, I guess I don't need to create a track, it just creates its own track, so I'll just do that. So now we've got the final video on its own track. It's one video file, and now I can work just with that and not work with all of the layers and tracks and all that, because what I'm going to be doing now, I want everything compressed down into one thing that I can manipulate, and that's where camera movement comes in. Now, there's actually a lot of things you can do in Procreate Dreams that's like editing. It's like video editing. I've edited videos in Procreate Dreams because the animation tools in it allows me to manipulate things really well. There's certain things that I can do in there that I can't do in, say, LumaFusion. And that's one of the aspects of it that makes it like After Effects to a degree. You can treat it like a video editor too. So here's what I want to do. Right away, I'm going to add a move and scale keyframe to the entire thing. I'm just going to scale it up a bit. Actually, before I do that, so I actually composed this image and I painted the elements in the original file in Procreate using, I had a frame in there showing me where I wanted the main image to be, knowing that I'd have to scale it up a bit, because I'm gonna scale it here like this, about that much, so that, there we go, scale it about that, not too much, but just enough that I can move it around. Now, here's how I'm gonna do some camera movement. One of the things I like to do with a final animation piece is give it a sense of verisimilitude and basically shaky cam, but not too much. Just a little touch of handheld to give it a slight movement. And the way to do that is add the movement scale keyframe, hit the record button, and then once you like touch and move this video track, it's going to start recording your movements. Let's actually hold on. Let me set the easings to linear for now. We can always change it back, but we want to see how it looks just with the movement I'm going to add. So here, I'll turn the music on for this. Here we go. I'm just sort of slowly moving it around, not too much, just enough to make it feel like someone's sitting in the car next to him. There we go. Now let's play it back and see how it looks. I feel like I wasn't moving it nearly enough at first. So I'm actually going to go in here. I'm going to add. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to turn off record because that'll record what I'm doing. There we go. So let's see how it looks now. And it's just a little bit of movement. So that's with easing set to, I'm going to turn the audio off, you guys don't need to hear that. Easings are set to linear. Let me set easings to in and out. This is probably going to make it even more smooth, which I might not want it that way. It might set the easings from keyframe to keyframe too much. Yeah, it barely registers that way, so we're going to move it back to linear. Now we got our movement. Just a little bit of movement. How do you use full frame? Whoa. No, it's not that. There's something that allows you to do full frame. Oh, there it is. It's four finger tap. Now you can really see the movement against the black bars a little bit better. But it's only showing. Yeah. There. Just a little bit of shaky movement. Not too much. Okay, cool. Now, I'm going to duplicate this track. There we go. Turn off the previous one so that I have a backup copy of the track before I go in here and start destroying things. I'm going to show you another thing you can do. After I've got that shaky cam movement down, you can actually like edit. I can edit this now. Like if I wanted to, say I wanted to start tight in his face and pull back, I can do that. Let's start here. Let's. I think that this will work. No, it's not going to work. But here's what I can do. I can go here. I'm going to split this. So we got. Oh, it's too long. We'll split it quicker. I can delete the. Come on, let me delete the movement scale. There we go. Delete now, so I have all keyframes deleted here. And I can go in, scale it up. So we start with a big old close-up on the guy. Now I can add move and scale. And now I can just move this one a little bit. There we go. Let's see how that works. So you're basically cutting from the close-up to the full frame. Let's see how it works with sound. Now, once I get the bobblehead in there, I might cut to that. If I add in a graphic, some more animation graphics on the lights here, it might be fun to cut from, say, the lights, to the bobblehead, to extreme close up of his face, and then pull back once the music really kicks in, to give it a different feel. But that's how you can edit and create movement after the fact. I'm just going to delete this whole track here. And then I'm going to reduplicate this. Another way of doing camera movement is, say I wanted to start, I wish I had the bobblehead here, but we'll start where it's going to be. Say I wanted to start with where the bobblehead is, add a move in frame, or move in scale. Oh, I had to delete that already, sorry, delete move in scale. Add a move in scale, start there. Have it move to his face. You can do panning shots this way. I would recommend, if you're going to do like pans or pull-outs or push-ins, with this kind of camera effect, do that, and then add the shaky cam effect. Always do big moves to small moves, because it'll record. If you use the record function, it'll record those better in that sequence. Here, I'll show you how. It's not going to do it. Dang it. I forgot. Oh, yeah, that's why. I have to do it myself. So I would do it like this. There. That's how you do it. You have to do it all in one move. But it still works. And then here, I would do a split. And then push in for a close-up like this. And then animate the movement for that. Whoa, it's still recording it. Dang it. Make sure you turn off your record, boys and girls. Don't be like me. Try that again. And then rescale it. So let's see how that looks. There's this keyframe there. That's why it recorded it. I apologize. It recorded that movement as a move and scale, because I still had it. Why are you doing this to me? There we go. Yeah, you gotta pay attention to the keyframes. Well, it actually kind of works. I might keep that starting on the bobblehead, panning, and then pulling out to the wider shot. That kind of works. Gives it even more of a handheld look too. I need to add that to this clip, but you can see how that works. All right. Now, after this, once I have everything done in the animation, I probably render this out, and there are certain things you can do certain things in terms of the final like effects. Like I could here, I'll show you with this. Say I wanted to do sort of an adjustment layer type of thing. You can. I probably would have done this before I animated it all. But there's ways to do this. I'll show you this way, and then I'll show you an alternate way. Duplicate this. Put it back here. So we got the same video frame with the same movement scale set, and we go to the beginning of it and we hit filter. Let's change. Wait, no. I'm going to long hold on this. There we go. And select blend mode. We'll go screen for now. Wait, maybe no, not soft light. Trying to find a fun. I guess screen works best for now. If I wanted more, to brighten it up a bit, I could do that. You're basically creating an ad hoc adjustment layer on top of it. I don't like doing things this way all the time. For small clips, it's fine to do things this way. I'm going to delete this track. Best way for post-processing, if you want to do the entire video, is in an app like LumaFusion. So let me just go in here, create a new project in LumaFusion. If you don't have LumaFusion, this kind of thing will work in any video editing app. I use LumaFusion because I like the layout. I like the tools. So we're gonna go to all videos here. I'm gonna drag in the video that I rendered previously. You can see it here. It should have no audio. Yeah, it has no audio, but for these purposes, that's fine. LumaFusion allows you to do more post-processing image stuff. Let me show you. I'll double-click on this clip here, and color it. Yeah, so the color and effects tab here. Let's see. You can do all kinds of, contrast adjustments. I don't like that. You do weird things, but you can really play. Oh, that's kind of neat, but it takes away a lot of the color from the background, so I don't like that. But there's, if you want to do color overlays, you can do that. There are LUTs, LUTs that are pre-built in here that can, and you can blend it. That gives it a nice contrasty look. I kind of like that. That's weird. I don't like that. Where's the... Oh, you can go black and white. That's fun. Or really noirish black and white. But where's the one I was looking for? Aha. So here's some more effects you can add. And I particularly like, you can add bloom. Or even more bloom. That's too much. That gives it a nice camera blown out effect. It softens it a bit. You can see it on and off. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. So that might be an option. And you can do the same thing with, I could have pre-rendered or taken the pre-rendered background and done color adjustments this way and then brought them back into Procreate Dreams. Procreate Dreams is great for animation, but when you combine it with other apps, especially Procreate, you can get a lot done. I mean, you can make feature films now on the iPad using this kind of thing. I like the bloom. I like the little bit of a blown out feel to it. But let me just add. What's the one I found that I liked it? Contrast. Ooh, look at that. That's kind of nice. That's called contrasty color. Kind of like that. Yeah, that really adds to the lights too. So there's with the two image enhancements on, and here's with them off. And back on. Yeah, I kind of like that. It makes the blues bluer, the purple more purple. It really separates the three main elements that I want, which is the background, the interior of the car, and the visor. It pops those colors really well. So definitely gonna have to remember this one. I'll keep that file in my LumaFusion for reference later, but that'll definitely be something that I'll add. Really adds to the piece. I probably can't see it too much on the video here, but when I post the final animation, you'll be able to see it. Maybe I'll post a comparison also, pre-enhanced and post-enhanced. But yeah, I like the way that looks. I like it a lot. All right. Very cool. All right, this is a short one today. Let me get back into here. So we got one more episode of this to go. Let's check off another one. Camera effects done. The last thing that we'll do, and I'm gonna do my best to have everything done, the animation completely done for this, but it's not necessary to have because I have all the elements I need. We're gonna throw some sounds into onto this animation. One thing that I kind of want to try is to make the music sound like a little bit tinny, like it's coming out of this one speaker right here. I considered making the speaker face an animation where it's kind of pulsing too. We'll see. That might be a little bit too much, but I want it to feel like it's coming from the interior of the car and not just music playing on the animation. Then we'll add some rain sounds, and we'll add some swooshes for the cars going by, and maybe a little bit of a hum for the engine and interior of the car itself. And I'll show you how to do that. And we'll be working in LumaFusion for that. So you can do it in Procreate. You can do it in Procreate. Maybe I will. I don't know. Honestly, I think if I do it in LumaFusion, I'll have a better chance of editing the audio. But you can do it in Procreate. You can add all kinds of audio tracks in there. It works just fine. But if you're doing audio editing, you might want to consider a different editor. All right. So that's it for today. Does anybody have any questions? I don't think I saw questions on Instagram. I've got nothing on. I don't know. I can't pronounce that name. You guys gotta start using real names, dude. I'm telling you. It's with blend mode overlay that shadow. Oh, the shadow that I added at the beginning of the demonstration. I had it set to multiply, and I brought the opacity way down to give it a little bit more subtlety. Very organic with camera move. Thanks, appreciate that. Yeah, that's a good word, organic, to lay on what I was trying to show you. Verisimilitude, organic. It takes the staleness out of the shot. Even if it's a pan, just giving it a slight movement, up and down, left and right, mimicking somebody holding onto the camera. can give it a lot of life. Show an example real quick of that if I still have it in here. Where is it? Oh, is this it? I think this is it. Yeah, here's an example of, I did this animation I did all the animation for this in a different file, and then again rendered it out, brought that video into this one to do my camera moves. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to make it feel like there was a push in. I already built a push in on the characters in the previous animation file by scaling up the foreground and then scaling up the background separately a little bit less to make it look like there was a parallax. But I also wanted to add that that slight camera shake, and you can really see it here if I play this out. Actually, let me. There. Now you can see it a little better. See this subtle little shake, but it definitely gives it a little more life. It's not just, elements in an animation getting bigger. It's somebody it feels more like somebody kind of walking up closer to it. And I like that. I like that a lot. So that is that. I'll be back Friday, 2 p.m. Central, to work on the sound design for this. I don't see any other questions, but I want to thank you all for watching, and please like, subscribe, all that good stuff on Instagram, X, Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook, the 5 places that I stream to, and I will see you on Friday. Take care.